Greetings, everybody. Welcome to The Mediocre Hobbyist. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm changing the direction that the camera... Oh, yeah, we're gonna finish this guy up. I changed the direction that the camera's pointing. It's right in front of my face, and I'm kind of having to look through it to do things because it's blocking my view. And because my arms are on the table, the camera might shake a little bit. But we'll see how this goes. Today we are going to finish up this Gladiator. And you can see I got the base coat on. And for the base coat on this guy, I used the Pro Acryl Bold Pie Roll Red. I thought that would be a pretty good one. Just to kind of do that, and then I think we're going to go over it with the Battletech Speed Paint Curator Red, just to kind of give it a little bit different color. I've been liking the way that this goes on, or the way that it looks after, you do your base coat and then you put this on. I like the way it contrasts, and then maybe we'll go in a little bit with some black wash and just kind of hit some of the cracks and crevices. Maybe put some actuator metal or some actuator metal on the hands and the barrels. I'd like to paint these black, and then obviously we'll do like a silvery color on these cooling panels here. This one, I had done the base coat on it a while ago, and I know in some places it's pretty thick, because I was still getting used to the Pro Acryl, and I didn't thin it down just because it was kind of a test for me to see, like, well, if I thin it down, how well does it apply? And I mean, it applied pretty well, but there's definitely some areas where we get a little, like right here. There's supposed to be a line in there, kind of like in the front part, but back here it's so thick you can't really make that out. And maybe it's just the mold lines, because it doesn't seem like I had any issues over here, right here with this. But we'll do that and just kind of add some accents. The other thing, I found how Army Painter wants you to, how Army Painter recommends that you paint up your mechs with this. And one thing that I did notice in it after looking at it again was they said go ahead, try and dry brush on some actuator metal to make it look like some wear and tear has been happening. But I think what we're going to do instead is we're going to dry brush on some rough iron in some certain places to kind of make it look rusty. So I really like the look of this mech. It is part of the proliferation cycle, and it has quite the troubled past. Initially, when it first came out, the 1K variant was just 2 medium lasers and 1 large laser. And then the 2K was the same thing, with the addition of jump jets, I do believe. And it wasn't until the 3 or the 4 that it changed, and they got rid of the large laser, put a PPC on it, and then they added the SRM-6, and then these are still two medium lasers. But yeah. It's a 55-ton mech. I think it's pretty cool. And it does see play up into the Ill Clan era and above. Just not for the initial house that it was built, which was Karita, because the Gladiator in and of itself, being the first mech, it didn't have the results, and it had a bunch of teething problems, mainly in the electrical components. and it brought great dishonor to the dragon. And of course, you can't be bringing dishonor to the dragon because it's the frickin' dragon. So Kurita dropped this like hotcakes, even though they had sent out in-field retrofit kits for all of the mechs, and they ended up reaching the first sword of light and everything else. But by then, it was just nope. The curator said no. The dragon says no. We do not want the gladiator. So I'm sure, just like the blackjack, they gave it away as prizes for vassalized states and payouts for mercenary companies and all that fun stuff. Sorry if I cough. I'm gonna try and go in and edit it. So if you hear some skipping around, I missed last week's upload because I actually had pneumonia and it was pretty bad. I was coughing so much that I passed out on my bed and fell over and hit my nightstand, and had to go to the ER. It was fun. So anyway, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the new camera angle. I'm just looking at this and looking through it. I don't think we're gonna have too many issues, but I guess we'll see. As always, I hope you sit back and enjoy the video, and hope you got yourself a good cup of strange brew or whatever you're drinking. And I think we're going to go ahead and get started. And we'll get started with the Curator red paint. No, I think 3 drops ought to take care of what we're after here. Let's get a little bit broader of a brush, though. Yeah, maybe this guy ought to do a good job. It's a little disorienting looking through the camera, but I think I can make it work. I think I can make it work. We'll see. I got to thinking about it while I was sick, and I was like, I bet it would look better if the model was actually, front and center instead of off to the side. And especially because I bring it up close to my face all the time. And so, yeah. I guess, like I said, we'll see how this goes, and maybe if I gotta come up with another way to mount my camera or something like that, we can do that too. But yeah, no, I started painting this guy several months ago, and I just I hit the stand that my phone's on. But anyway, I started. Oh no, focus back on the model, not my hand. I don't care about how my hands look. Like I said, I started painting this guy a handful of months ago, and I hadn't gotten back to it, and he's just kind of been chilling on my nightstand. I guess I could do that. If I look slightly over my phone, I can get a pretty good view on it. It's just gonna be preventing me from going cross-eyed. That's okay. I can deal with going cross-eyed. But, yeah, I got all the info. I did a little bit of research on this guy. I used Mech Factory. I don't know if anybody else has really had any experience with them, but they're, I don't know, nothing against Sarna or anything, but I like the way that app's set up. It's pretty nice, and they've got all the, you can look at it by category, if you want to just kind of thumb through and find new and interesting things about the setting, you can go on there and check out different, they got it all done up by databases and everything else, so you can just thumb through the mechs or the proto mechs or the power armor. Hell, they even got the boats and all that happy jazz in there. So yeah. In case this is an app, and they have a lot of the older rule sets and stuff in there in their database too. It's pretty cool. It's very accessible. I just found it on the App Store one day, and yeah, it's right there, so I don't have to get on the internet and go to Sarna and then try and remember what the hell I'm looking up. I can just go that way. I don't know how often they update it, but it seems to be pretty current. So yeah, shout out to those guys. They're doing good work over there. The other thing that they can do in there is they kind of have a built-in mech lab too, kind of like Solaris Skunkworks. See, I'm doing it again. I'm looking. I'm focusing more on the model than where the camera's at, so I don't know how much of that that you actually got or not. But I don't know. I think putting that speed paint on, I mean, it's a wash with more pigment in it, I guess you could probably try using red tone or something. Maybe that's something I should do. I know I've got some red tone. It's just buried under my bed in the box of all my army painter stuff. But that might be worth an experiment, just to see how that would look together. We'll put 2 more drops of that in. Just trying to cover up some areas that I know I kind of missed, and add a little contrast. I mean, we're gonna apply a little bit of dark wash in all these cracks and crevices when we're done, after we gonna finish it out. But what the hey. The other reason too is I've got some of that Pro Acryl black wash, and I have not actually used it yet. So I'd like to give it a try and just kind of see how that goes over. I've used the Army Painter wash quite a bit. especially when I first started out and doing all my Dungeons and Dragons miniatures and all that fun stuff. I do really like the aesthetics of this guy. It is a cool looking mech. I mean, especially for, 55 tons. That 3 or 4 K or R, I can't remember exactly what it was off the top of my head, but it was a K or an R. I want to say it was a K because it's Karita. But it may have been an R for retrofit for the variants. But no, it's a cool looking mech, and it looks like it'll get some work done. Almost kind of like a I mean, obviously not when it was first made, because it was first made back in it was one of the earlier mechs. It was out before the Centurion, but I'd say that's almost like it's Karita's Centurion. Maybe not the first couple iterations, but definitely the later ones. So we'll go ahead and let that dry, and when it's all said and ready to go, we'll come back and we'll do some highlights, and I don't know, maybe put some black on it and kind of make it look like a sort of light. Yeah, red and black. So, all right. Well, we will pick this up in a few. Alrighty, I think we're dry enough. So we're going to get the Grim Black all shook up here. And we're going to... I don't know how... I've used the Grim Black before on a Marauder 2 I did, and I was pretty happy with it, but I don't know how well that's gonna cover up my screw up on the back of the jump jets over here. So I guess we'll find out together. Oh, I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be all right. Maybe. When I started painting this, it was pretty late, and I was just kind of starting to slapdash it together. That might need another coat or two, but I think it'll be all right. I think we can get it covered up. I think we can get it covered up. Use black on the hands. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on hand actuators, whether or not to use like an actuator metal or something like that, or just black them out. I guess it really depends on the mech and how you're feeling that day. See, we got a little chunk up here that's it didn't get any paint, so we'll take a little bit of this and we'll just kind of push it in there. Try not to get it on the hand. And I think we got it. I think we got it. Yeah, good enough for government work. That's a little too much there. We don't need that much on the brush. There we go. Very nice. I think for this, the black hand actuators is probably a better choice. Suck up some of this extra. I got a little overzealous with the amount of paint I put on the brush. Let's try and spread it around a little bit and get some good coating on all the fingers there. Man, I keep grabbing so much of that with the brush, and I don't mean to. I really need to remember to wipe it on the... I got the cardboard mat there for a reason. I don't have to be a slob with my paint. Yeah, there we go. It's looking pretty good. piece right here that didn't get any red on it. There we go. Ah! Not what I intended. I guess I should have waited for that to dry a little bit. That's alright, I think we can go over that with pyrite red when it's done drying. We'll just have to touch that up a little bit. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, that whole underside really didn't get a good coat of red. So we'll just put a little speed paint on it. And there we go. That's looking better. And then there's just this little tiny piece right here. Damn it. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, that actually did a really good job of covering up that red. I was thinking it was gonna be a couple coats, but I guess, you know, it is black, so it's just gonna cover up everything. It's not like it's white. So one thing, people that have the patience to paint up comm guards, God bless you. I don't know how you do it. I don't think I ever could. Let's see. You know, for first sort of light, that's probably just fine. I was thinking about maybe freehanding an emblem. Oh, shit. That would be where it would go. You know what? Sure, why not? We'll start off, we'll paint this black. We'll paint this panel black. This one single panel, we'll go back over it with black. And then, we'll see how good I am at freehanding a Draconis Combine emblem. I don't anticipate it will be any good, but we'll try it. We will try. I'll probably do the feet. I usually like having black feet. Or at least parts of the foot black. Maybe not all of it, but a good chunk of it. That's my preference. You can do whatever you want. You can make the feet the same color as the rest of your Mac. It's my personal preference to have call them the black shoes. Gladiators up here wearing sneakers. I got to thinking about it after looking at the times in which the Gladiator, this specific Gladiator, was in service, and it actually some variants they're all the way up into Il Clan, and I got to thinking about it. that was, I don't know who decided to name Inner Sphere name for the Executioner, the Gladiator, but I'm sure it was just an oversight in the lore. But it's one of those things where it's like, hey, why'd you guys do that? Ooh, I have an idea what it's gonna take. Might take a finer brush than this one. No, maybe not. Put a line here in this plate. Do a black line. It's got racing stripes. Racing stripes and dual pipes, and Smokey had a Ford. Just a quick little armor highlight. I don't want to go too crazy. Looking at camo specs, they're not flashy. Really, I don't think any Kurita military battalion is real flashy. A lot of red and a little black. Maybe some Japanese characters on it. I don't know Japanese, so yeah, we're gonna pretend like we're gonna pretend it's all well and good. You know what? That actually covered up really well. Again, I don't know why I'm surprised. It's black. Black's gonna really cover up anything you put it on. Sorry, I gotta crack all my old man joints. And I'll have to say this guy's taking a pretty good shape here. I like it. So we'll go ahead and we'll switch over to our kit metallic, and we'll do the barrel of this here PPC and these medium lasers that are under there. I think I'll keep the red on there for those inner wrist mounted left hand. Oh yeah. Yeah, when that dries up, that'll be good. And then we'll just put a little red circle in there with the bold pyrote red. And yeah, we'll do that as soon as everything's looking dry. Alrighty. I think we're dry enough. Sorry if you hear any creaking. I'm sitting on a chair that's from the 70s. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead. We'll just use actuator metal for the bits with the stuff, heat sinks, and little silvery details in our plates up here. And I didn't really see our jump jet here in the back, and maybe a little bit of silver detail around here. Just kind of make this pop a little bit more. I didn't really see any other heat sinks. I guess there's one on the back of this SRM. We'll put a little bit on there, and then obviously the front of the SRM6. Front of the SRM6, and then here on the back, yeah. And then we'll do our silver plates and our jetpack, or our jump jet. Jump jet here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which, makes sense according to the spec sheet. It has 5 jump jets. And I'll probably just leave that red. That'll be fine there. I like the way the black came out. That looks pretty good. Just a nice little separation break in there. And then we got our black pauldron, our black left pauldron. We'll do our little red circle there, and then let's do the red circle first. Do I have a brush that's not got a messed up tip? This one does not have a messed up tip yet. So we'll lay the groundwork here for this oh boy. It looks pretty circular to me. All right, we'll let that dry. Okay. We've laid the first step. I'm gonna. Well, you know what? Like I said, that brush isn't fucked up yet. Oh, sorry. Pardon my language. I think we'll be okay. We'll just let it dry into a nice point, and then we can do our detaily little dragon if we don't need to add another little coat of red there. So let's go ahead and we'll grab our actuator metal. You know what? No. I have changed my mind. I've been really liking the broadsword silver speed paint. I should look into getting some more metallic speed paints. You know, I don't know. I like the speed paints quite a bit. I like them more as a supplement to, like I said, I still have not tried out the Fanatics from Army Painter, but from what I hear, those are some badass paints. I think using the speed paints as a supplement to the to other acrylic-based paints, I think that's where it really shines. But I could be wrong. I mean, you can paint up a whole bunch of stuff with ye old speed paint, and it'll look really good. And I'm not saying that it can't. I've done quite a few that are just speed paint, and I've been really happy with the way they come out, but I will definitely say I'm way happier using them as a supplemental paint, just to kind of add a little bit to your base coat and your details. I think that's really where they shine the most. But again, if you're out there painting your minis, it's all your personal preference. It's however you want it to be. You don't need to listen to my idiot ass tell you how to do it. Like I said, this is just if I inspire one person to just pick up a paintbrush and say, you know what, I can do it, and have the patience and have the patience, be open to having the Zen experience that is painting miniatures. I don't, and you know what? You can paint it however you want. You can come up with your own mercenary company, or hell, you could even invent your own damn planet or militia company for a specific house, and come up with your own color scheme. It doesn't have to be you don't have to be in a box. You can paint it however you want. And that's really, when I first started painting Max, I didn't have any idea for doing, oh, I need a Lanza for Sword of Light, or oh, I need a Lanza Death Commandos, or a Lanza the Tau Ceti Rangers, or any of that. I just started painting. Started painting and doing what I wanted. Color schemes I thought were cool. And that's really all you need. You don't need any. I mean, but if you wanna get in there and do that, that's totally fine, and that's up to you. For what I'm doing here, I'm trying to keep what I'm painting in at least some context, but it doesn't have to be. And maybe one of these days we'll do one where it's just whatever I'm feeling that day. Colors that I think look good together. And you know what? That's okay. Try and get some of this on these medium lasers here. And then yeah, we got the inside heat sinks. Went a little crazy with that, but it's on the inside of the arm. I'm not too worried about it. Oh no. Just do a little touch up right here. Touch up, touch up, touch up, touch up. Oof. That red did not dry very well. I was kind of worried about that. So let's put another layer of that red paint on there. I was kind of hoping with it actually being the Pro Acryl on top of that speed paint, it would be a little more pronounced, and maybe it will. On camera, it looks really vibrant, but it was not that way in person. So. Touch this up a little bit. It's okay to make a few mistakes. I was having a conversation with the owner of my friendly local game store a while back, and I still haven't been to a Battletech night. My job's too hectic. But I was talking to him about it, and he said most of the guys that come in and play, hell, they don't even paint their mechs up. Then you know what? If you don't want to paint your mechs, that's fine. That's fine. I just enjoy like I've said so many times before, I enjoy the zen and relaxation it brings me. And I'm really happy to share that with you. Well, this little guy's looking pretty good. I don't know how well that's going to come out. That is still being absorbed by the blackness, so I might let that dry quite a bit more. I might not get to that in this video. Maybe if I don't get to it, maybe I'll in one of the future videos that I do, I'll just finish it out right quick and put it in there as a bonus content or something. Because, I don't think I'm going to get that built up enough to do it right now. It's already getting late. I had a long day. 16-hour shift at the ball crushing factory. But you're not here to hear about that. We're here to paint mechs. And I forgot to... Oh, shit. Sorry. Like I said, I had a really long shift at the ball crushing factory. And not really thinking about how much paint I'm putting on my brush when I just slap it on there. Scanza adds a little bit more to it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that red circle's starting to show up a little bit more. We'll put a little more red on it. I think we'll be okay. If I get this one done, I think we'll be doing all right. I think, I don't know what I'm going to do next week yet. I have not decided. I've got a few more mechs I need to paint up. I'm sure. Ooh, that's a little too much paint. We're having those old man looking glasses really comes in handy because I can't really tell where the hell the tip of my paintbrush is. Trying to get a little bit of black back into here so it's just not all silver. I think we did a half decent job there. Let's move on to the other one and try not to F it up. Yeah. I like it. Yeah, you can tell. Right here, I put that on real thick on these little, I don't even know what the hell they are. They're like mounting pins or something like that, but I put it on real thick there. Just because, like I said, on this one I was testing out that Pearl. I didn't quite know where I wanted to go with it just yet, so that is too much red. It's not quite center. It's not center anymore. That's all right. I'm not going to beat myself up too much about it. Well, I think most of this is pretty well dry. So let's take some of this rough iron. I think maybe just a drop or two. Ew. Don't like that. More liquidy now. Yes. Couple drops of that. Just a couple. Alright, now then. Where is my... Yeah, sure. Oh, no, I don't want that one. I found the one I thought I wanted, but I don't want it anymore. We're going to try a different one. We're going to go with the Citadel Small Dry, because, why not? It's Citadel, it's got to be good. Just gonna pick a couple places here around the mech and kind of give it that rough iron look. I don't really know how I feel about It's definitely showing its age. I don't know quite how they did it, because the way that it looked in the, and maybe it's just that I really suck at dry brushing. That could be it too. I don't know. Because it seems like this brush it's not doing it lightly. It's You know, and I'm not putting any pressure on it at all. It's just kind of. Well, I think that's good. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. All right, we'll get a little bit of our we'll get a single drop of our PPC blue. And we'll go ahead and put that there, and we'll put that there. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah. All right, now then, for the canopy. Not 100% sure. Where I want that. I think that'll be the last detail. I think we might be able to get to that. Oh, that rough iron's kind of starting to wear off on me. I think, although I don't like how much is here, so I think we'll just kind of cover that up a little bit. With a little bit of paint. Just a little bit. This is the first time I did it, so I guess we'll see how it looks when it's dry. What color should we make the canopy? Obviously, we're going to need some black. Ooh. I want to do some... I don't necessarily want to do blue. Maybe we could do red. Yeah, we can try some yellow. Try some golden yellow. Just one drop of golden yellow. Oh boy. A little too much water in there. I guess that's okay. We can always go back through with the red and touch it up. Yellow's very hard to paint with. I'm not a huge fan of the yellow. Yeah, really any of the main brands of paint, it just doesn't cover very well. And there's a whole laundry list of reasons why that is the case. We're going to take a little bit of the black speed paint and we're just going to kind of come back in here and black it up. And then we're going to grab a little more yellow. And we're going to kind of mix that in with the black and kind of pull that way. Get a little more yellow here. It looks a lot better in person than it does on camera. So I think we're gonna try and blend that a little bit more. There's also just a point in time when you're doing this that you just need to know when to stop. Unfortunately for me, I'm not 100% sure on when that is most of the time. I think that's probably about when to stop. Just get a little bit more. A little bit more. Yeah. Like I said, it looks a lot better in person than it does on camera. I can't really get a good... See, I said it was good, and then I continue to keep doing it. Just want to put a little more color in the back here. More of that yellow on this side. I'll go in and touch that up with some red when I'm done. A little bit more black. Just a little bit more. Just gonna pull that way a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I think that's just the point in time to stop. So there we have it. I guess we'll see what it looks like when it's dry. But, oh, right. Not that one. Oh boy. All right. Let's see how bad we can screw this up. Really badly. But hey, you know what? From a distance, it'll work. There we go. And I'll go ahead and base this off camera. I usually like to get a whole bunch of them done, and then I base them all at once. And maybe we'll do a basing video of all these little guys. But yeah, I don't think I want to do the black wash on this guy. He's got plenty of contrast. And so I think we're gonna leave it at that. So there we go. I hope you guys had a good one. Enjoy. Happy painting. And we'll see you next time.